Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the VoskCoin YouTube channel. I'm Vosk, and today we're going to be talking about all things cryptocurrency. Specifically, we're going to be talking about a cryptocurrency miner that we have actually previously talked about, but now it's only going to be making about $30 a day. But we should be receiving it, at least we're supposed to be, in about the next week or so. So we're going to look briefly at the mining profitability projected for that and kind of what goes into that. We're going to be looking at a cryptocurrency project that we have recently talked about that is refunding millions of dollars to users. So exactly kind of why and what goes into that. We're also going to be looking at Reddit, which is tokenizing their subreddits, their communities with community points. And currently this is all being built on top of the Ethereum blockchain. And it will continue to be built if they can find a scaling solution. So we're going to go a little bit into that and kind of what's needed for that to happen. Ebang, just like Canaan, is having an IPO. So they're going to be the second major cryptocurrency mining company to be listed on NASDAQ. Whether you like this or you don't, I think it's interesting. And we're going to go ahead and cover a couple other things along the way, but the other thing we're going to cover is 10 seconds of tails, the resident Dogecoin, and yes, the best Doge in the world. In the VoskCoin intro. The Hummer Miner Mars H1, release date June 2020, yet June is almost over and I have yet to been able to acquire one along with, well, really like most other people. So I should hopefully be receiving this review in about the next week or so. As you can see here from the basic mining profitability charts, it'll be mining almost $40 a day at current prices, but after you pay that electric bill, if you're paying 10 cents per kilowatt hour, you're going to be earning about $30 a day. And please understand that $30 a day is nothing to be disappointed with, okay? I mean, that's something to be very happy about. Same with the Antminer Z15, which is going to be mining Equihash ASIC coins that abandoned their GPU miners because that was supposed to. All right, no, I'll stop. So, yeah. So Handshake, it's been decreasing in price and liquidity or daily volume, really ever since this ASIC miner stuff kind of got more serious. Previously it was FPGA mined, which, to be blunt, FPGA miners, they dump all these coins, and ASIC miners, they dump all these coins. And I'm not saying that GPU miners don't dump some coins, but in all my experience and research and knowledge and everything, it seems to be a lesser of the dumpings. So if this price continues to trend down, as is the recent tradition with coins that have gone to ASIC mining, especially early in their lifestyle, I do not predict that this miner will be very profitable, and I think that people will have a hard time with an ROI on it, or really just breaking even on that ASIC mining rig. We still have the giveaway up for the Bitware CVP13. It's a $5,500 FPGA miner. We already gave away the Antminer K5, and that was announced in a previous video. Something vital I want to stress in this video is that this channel is here for you guys, and I'm always looking for your input and your feedback. So I posted a poll in our community tab right here on YouTube yesterday. You can navigate it from browser, the YouTube app, whatever. You just got to be signed in. And from there, you will be able to vote on the poll as well as leave a comment if you have any specific suggestions. Is there something you want us to cover that isn't just shilling a random coin you're holding? We're interested. We want to hear your input here. So please let us know. Crypto.com is the sponsor of today's video, but there's also a recent news article that I want to touch on, and it was brought up in some questions in the video we posted yesterday. Okay, so Crypto.com has confirmed to CoinDesk that it is moving to refund customers as the UK regulator orders WireCard's card issuer to cease all operations immediately. Basically, Crypto.com partnered with them to issue a debit card that their users could buy things, basically right through their app, kind of like buying things with your cryptocurrency and getting that cash back on it and so forth. Well, anyway, it looks like they were not Crypto.com, but the WireCard company was a little bit insolvent, missing about $2.1 billion. Glad that I'm not missing $2.1 billion, because that'd be pretty hard to recover from. So anyway, they say that all funds will be refunded in the next 48 hours. The team claims that all of the funds are safe, and they have already been working on moving to a new card provider for their debit card program in the UK. and Europe. One of the big things we like about Crypto.com is the simple fact you can stake so many cryptocurrencies in their Crypto Earn section of their app, and you also get $50 for signing up with them and completing the sign-up terms. We have it linked out in the video description below exactly what you need to do in order to capture that. If you use our link and our code, we also get $50, so we really appreciate it when you guys support us and the channel. There's numerous cryptocurrencies you can stake on there. Some of the top ones we've talked about recently would be like Ethereum, Cardano, Tezos, as well as Link and their Crypto.com coin and MCO coin and so forth. So anyway, guys, in my opinion, for passive income and cryptocurrency, it's totally worth checking out. DeFi this, DeFi that, decentralized finance. Okay, it's all the rage. But you know what I'm not super stoked about when it comes to DeFi? Okay, so we open this article. What do you see? You see farmers. You know what? Only farmers I know are mining farmers, okay? We've been farming for years. You've probably been farming for years if you've been watching the channel. So I'm not stoked about them taking the farming term. Does that mean mining's really dead? I hope not. So anyway, you see this stuff, you know, it's all the rage lately, all buzz and stuff like that. And moving back to the section I wanted to actually show you in this article. Traders now have the ability to earn a slice of 2,880 comp tokens distributed daily out of 4.23 million total comp. Okay, that's a very small fraction of a whole lot of total. Okay, or 43% of the total supply reserved for the protocol's users. Basically, the growth here is wild. If you look at that locked USD amount, okay, compared to Compound's competitors here, that's wild. I mean, over 560 million USD locked up in Compound that just launched. If you didn't know, Coinbase invested in them in 2018, and yeah, you guessed it, it's coming to Coinbase's exchange quite soon. You can already do it with their Crypto Earn or Crypto Learn platform on there. As always, DeFi is continuing to heat up and grow and just really move forward at a rapid pace, and it's probably going to be one of the catalysts or the catalyst for the next serious crypto bull run. Ebang, a manufacturer of ASIC mining rigs, mainly revolving around Bitcoin miners here, is establishing a crypto, or they're planning to establish a crypto exchange and also mining farms and mining pools and basically probably everything they can to get some funding in an IPO. Because sometimes I think these IPOs seem more like a fun a cash grab than never mind. All right, sorry. I'm trying to be a little more impartial today. So we're just gonna focus more here on the news. So they say that they will soon establish their own mining farms with a flexible cooperation model, as well as mining pools to sell our computing power, and we will also set up a cryptocurrencies trading exchange. So that sounds like they want to build their own mining farms and mine profitably. They want to sell cloud mining, which, you know, we're not the biggest proponent of or at all. And so they want to pursue, you know, some revenue there. They want to establish mining pools to sell their computing power. Maybe they're looking to also open up something like a hash power marketplace, like their own version of NiceHash. And then they're also looking at setting up a cryptocurrencies trading exchange. So a crypto exchange. So they're looking at numerous new ways to add just revenue streams to their business. They're seeking $125 million IPO, and they will be on the NASDAQ ticker with Ebang. I don't know. Why can't they just get Bang? That would have been cool. I'm sure somebody already has Bang. I don't know. If the stock exchange launch goes through, it will become the second crypto mining company to go public, which would put it in the same category as Canaan, which has not been doing fantastic since their IPO, but it's still interesting nonetheless. And being an IPO, being on the NASDAQ, you know, all the cryptocurrency decentralized stuff aside, I mean, look, you're not decentralized if you got ASIC miners, so we got that going. Okay, sorry Bitcoin, I can't really brush this one off. My big problem here with ASIC mining, I've talked about 100 times, so I'll make it very brief if you are unfamiliar. Basically, these are specialized computer devices made by just a few companies, pretty much all based out of China. And you know, this is not something you never have. Oh, let me just go get my Bitcoin miner out of my basement. Like, these are not like something you ever have. But you think about when Bitcoin began and it was like, oh, turn your CPU on and participate and be rewarded. Or even GPU. I can get down with GPUs. Because how many people have a gaming computer that aren't into cryptocurrency, but if they find out about it and learn that they could participate with that, that's so appealing. That's that grassroots marketing approach. I mean, without GPU mining, we would have never even been here. That was our just motivating factor that sucked us into this giant rabbit hole and an enlightening thing that is cryptocurrency and decentralization. Anyway, before I go on all day, Ebang aims to raise $125 million, which could put its market value close to $800 million valuation. TLDR. Do you believe your Ethereum scaling technology can handle Reddit's scale? It's time to let the Ethereum community hear about it. Send your demo in the comments by July 31st, 2020 below. They didn't say below, but it sounds better with below, I think. This is your chance to earn some fame, but to be clear, there is no prize if your solution is chosen or modified to meet Reddit's needs. Our lawyer made us write this. So basically, why don't you work for this massive company that makes a ton of money, that is literally doing this to monetize their platform in a whole new way, but you're not gonna get paid. They do include pricing though in this write-up, so maybe you're proposing a pricing solution and they're just saying that you won't get paid anything for a proposal, but if you're chosen, then there's potential monetary benefits there. But I don't really understand why you would go out of your way to provide, free open source decentralized tech to a company like this that is surely profitable, but here you are like working for free, eating your ramen, living in poverty, but you're making some cool stuff. I think everyone who works hard and makes interesting things and useful things should be rewarded, but maybe that's just the capitalist in me. So anyway, they're looking at scaling solutions because they realize that current situation with Ethereum can't handle this. That's also why they only launched community points in a few subreddits. One, because it's a pilot experiment. Two, because if they did probably launch community points in literally every single subreddit, it'd probably bring the gas prices, well, they're not already, further through the roof, and the whole chain really to a halt there, which would reflect poorly upon Reddit at that point and their community points, and people would not be able to disassociate these community points and how they're built on the Ethereum blockchain from Reddit, and they would just think that Reddit and their community points suck because of them. And unfortunately, that's just kind of the fact that not enough people are associated, or I shouldn't say associated, familiar with, knowledgeable enough in cryptocurrency yet, which is something we're always excited to try to help promote that and encourage that learning the best that we can. Have you ever heard about Plus Token? Because I'll tell you briefly what it is here in a second, but it's a Ponzi scheme. And they transferred almost 800,000 Ethereum. So that's about 186 million at the time of writing this article. It was reported here on Whale Alert, which has clearly shown that they can impact the market for better and worse. Seems to really only mainly be worse, but hey, whatever. Anyway, they transferred that transaction, or they didn't transfer, but they reported it, and transaction details there. It's a write-up, and basically Plus Token mainly took place in China, or it took place in China and Korea. Those were the main regions, and that's why, to be honest, I didn't really hear much about Plus Token, and I do this kind of stuff all day, every day. But most people, if you were around back in the day, and even if you weren't, I say back in the day, it was just a couple years ago, but whatever, most people have heard about BitConnect. I think these other projects like BitClub and OneCoin, they're a joke as far as the popularity and negative impact they caused comparatively to BitConnect. Okay, now that I look at this, what the hell is up with these decimal points? So whatever, they got it ranked up. Anyway, the fact of the matter here is that Plus Token caused a lot of damage, even if it was outside of your region. If you're in the Western world like us in the USA, and even Europe and stuff like that, this probably didn't really affect you. You probably didn't really hear too much about it. But the fact of the matter is that they've got a whole lot of coins, and they've been moving it around. They also recently transferred 67 million worth of EOS that was stolen. They basically ripped a bunch of, it was EOS, Ethereum, and Bitcoin off of their platform, and they left the good old message, sorry, we have run. Great. Well, you know what? That's what you get for expecting unrealistic gains. If you think you just get rich without working hard, well, think again. With all that said, guys, that kind of really sums up all the topics I wanted to touch on today. Just a little bit of news roundup and just kind of refresher here, and just covering some things that I personally find interesting in my personal research, and I hope that you guys do too. And I hope that you enjoyed my presentation style, even though I stumble on my words here sometimes. Sorry about that. And I mean, I don't know. Some people say like my voice doesn't go up and down enough, like I'm monotone, but I don't really think I'm that monotone. Sometimes I get really excited and like really fired up, man. Sometimes it's just another day in the life. Either way, anyway, I'm just kind of rambling at this point, which is, are you guys sick of me rambling? Because you can tell me, like, do you want me to talk about random stuff? Do you even care about my opinion, or are you more interested in just kind of like the facts? Either way, if I could just ask you to do anything for me, it would be to please just subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost anything, but the support there means everything. If you take the time to thumbs up the video, it's awesome to just see that kind of interaction, to see that people are interested in watching the stuff, and it really helps the channel, the video rankings, and thus channel rankings as well. And I'm always interested in your comments. If you just let me know what you liked about the video, what you want to see on the next video, I mean, just how your day was, anything. I love reading all the comments from you guys, and I really do notice when you guys comment, you know, video over video, week over week, month over month, year over year. I appreciate all you guys who come on the channel, return, stick with me, and just kind of go along in this crazy journey with me. So as always, I appreciate you. I'll see you on the next one.
Shining.